What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're bringing you another video about NBA 2K26, about my team specifically. Now, for all the my team news all year long, smash that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. Again, my plan for this year to on one account do like a no money spend, on my other account that I want to win King of the Court, I'm gonna be opening packs, doing gameplays, those type of things, because I have to. Now, I'm gonna read through the tweet for what these things you're seeing are, and we'll go through to talk about it. It says, grind your way to the top with Season 1 mode completion rewards in My Team. Rack up wins across your favorite My Team modes to earn this event card. Then exchange it for all-time talent along the way. This season's rewards include Jason Kidd, Glen Rice, Jack Sikma, and more powerful rewards waiting to be unlocked. Now, what does this mean? Does this mean mode rewards are back in My Team? Yeah, that's what this means. But instead of there being, as long as I'm interpreting this right, instead of it being a mode-specific reward, you can grind whatever mode you want, complete whatever mode, and exchange it for whatever reward you want. So I actually love this structure. Now, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think there needs to be something similar to the trophy case where, let's say you complete 3 different game modes, then maybe you get a really, really good card on top of it. Maybe like a Galaxy Opal card if they want to go crazy if you complete all the game mode rewards. Because I remember 2 years ago, maybe it was 3 at this stage, I don't know, when you completed all the different game modes, you ended up being able to complete a trophy case division, which did lead into a Galaxy Opal. So maybe that could be the case. But if you look at our first 3 rewards that we see here, Jack Sikma, Jason Kidd, and Glen Rice. These are the cards we can exchange this Season 1 mode completion reward for any of these cards. Now, yes, we did see the pack leak as well. Go watch that video if you haven't. Just briefly going to show you guys what we saw as far as the game on. Said Ja Morant, Kawhi, Candace Parker. But now you can kind of structure your team with them. Now, what do we know about these 3 cards? Well, we know number 1, Jason Kidd is going to be one of your best defensive point guards in the game. As far as his ability to dunk the ball compared to Ja Morant, it's not going to be there. Different type of point guards, but Jason Kidd's going to be really good. Jack Sikma, probably going to be one of your best big men in the game. Does have power forward eligibility. I do think he might be best at that center position, depending on the speed, depending on those types of things. Jack Sikma going to be incredibly good. Glen Rice can only play small forward, can't play shooting guard. But again, we've seen Glen Rice in the past be absolutely incredible, absolutely elite. To me, the biggest thing here is the structure of this. And I think this has so much potential moving forward. Now, again, I think, being able to, number 1, have mode rewards with different way to access them, I think is huge for the My Team community. Because if you think back a few years ago when we got great Showdown unlimited rewards. What if you were an offline player? You didn't have a way to get the reward you specifically wanted. Now you do. Guess what? If you want Jack Sikma and you want to play offline, you can go do that. If you don't want to touch offline and, for example, you want to play Showdown and Salary Cap, or I don't know if Salary Cap will be included, maybe like Showdown and Triple Threat Park, you can go get Jack Sikma as well as going to get a guy like Jason Kidd, right? You can go stack them and get multiple of these players the way it does sound like to me. So I think this is it. Again, we'll see what these more powerful rewards waiting to be unlocked are like. But I think this is a great start to making the game rewarding to play. Now, again, they're going to have to make these cards good, right? Glen Rice at the small forward position is going to need to have one of the best releases in the game. Jason Kidd's going to have to be the best defensive point guard, and Jack Sikma is going to have to be the best big man. But if they can not only do this season, but moving forward, it is a great addition to the game. Because, again, it's not a one-size-fits-all. Some people would rather have Jack Sikma. Some people would rather have Glen Rice. But guess what? You can exchange them for whatever card you want. The mode completion, you can get that in a variety of different game modes, which again, I do think is going to be super, super, super impactful for making the game worth playing. Because if you go back to last year, and I guarantee we'll have level 40 again this year, but if you go back to last year and look at the game mode rewards, it was all unsellables from the past or packs or something. There is no newness to the game mode, right? It was if you complete this, you'll get a full throttle pink diamond. I like this. These are cards that are specifically season 1 rewards. Specifically that. You can't go get Jason Kidd Jack Sikma by opening packs. And the way it makes it seem is the only way to get these cards are via the game modes, right? If you go back to last year and the way last year ended with the events, guess what? The best way to get those event cards were packs. Look, I'm all fine. Look, 2K. Honestly, if this is what you want to make the game, make packs every week, whatever. But make there something for the no money spent community. Make there a reason to load up and play the game as well. And this is a start. Now again, this has to be executed. I'm not saying that this is going to be perfect. But one thing I always will give 2K credit for is when they try different things, right? When they tried the trophy case, I gave them credit. Do I think it was executed well? No. But I think it's because it wasn't explained well. For example, if these 3 are the leaks and they put out, if you complete all 5 game modes and you get this Galaxy Opal card, people know what they got to do. It's not rocket science. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but you never know, right? It could possibly be the case. When the events of last, season happened, I don't think there was, a clear idea. When they first dropped, it's basically going to be for people that opened up packs. But that's what it basically became. Something for the big spenders. And like I said, I'm all for something for the big spenders. But instead of ruining these mode rewards, why not just make there a lock-in reward for this? For example, if you lock in the game onset, for example, week 1, you get, I'm going to throw out a name. You get Pink Diamond Kevin Garnett. I'm just throwing out a name. Like, don't ruin the game mode rewards, something a lot of people like, a lot of people play the game for. It's a reason to load up and play the game for. Don't ruin that behind a paywall. Like, again, I get 2K's perspective. I get wanting to make money. I get the paywall. I get all of that. I do. But at the end of the day, there has to be 2 sides to it. There has to be some give. There has to be some take. And I think this is a start. Now, this is me personally coming to you guys, talking to you guys, not as a content creator, but as somebody that honestly fell in love with 2K MyTEAM. Like, that's me at its core. Fell in love with 2K MyTEAM. And what did I fall in love with? Playing the game and feeling like I got rewarded for playing the game. You go back to 2K19, Triple Threat Online. I felt like every time I played a game, I got so rewarded MT-wise, all the other stuff. The ball drops were fantastic. You move forward to last year, there was literally no reason to play the game. And yes, I played the game in tournaments, stuff like that. But outside of that, there was zero, and again, part of it's because there was no 250K, right? That's part of it. But you go back to last year, yeah, I played some King of the Courts. But outside of that, I never once finished Showdown. I never once finished any mode reward, ever, last year. Which is crazy. Because you go a couple of years ago, way back when the game was rewarding, people play the game. Make there be a reason to get these cards, right? I want the Showdown reward. Well, I might have to go get Ja Morant, Kawhi Leonard, so I can go out there and win in Showdown to get these type of cards. I like it. So far, these are really the only 2 MyTEAM things we've seen. But from what I'm seeing, the community likes it. There's not many comments that are hating on what we're seeing. Now, I'm telling you, there is a way for 2K to screw this up. But the big thing here is, you don't complete a game mode anymore to get a 95 plus rated overall player, which is probably going to be Candace Parker. You no longer get that. Instead, you get a season 1 mode completion reward, which is fire in its own right. And then guess what? You can take that, depending on what your team needs, and pick up a point guard. But if you have Ja Morant, maybe you want to get a center in Jack Sikma. If you have, DeMarcus Cousins, maybe you want Glen Rice. At that time, we'll know how good these cards are. This is a massive W for the MyTEAM community. Massive W. Now again, it's early stages. It's not saying it's perfect, but I like what I'm seeing thus far. That is going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.